What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. So we have some interesting stuff coming up, guys. Here we have March 2023 IMF document on improving cross-border payments mentions XRP. Now, what does it mean, guys, that all these big institutions, because the IMF is very big, right? The World Bank, all the payment adoption institutions worldwide are talking about XRP in their documents. Not just XRP, but XRP is very important, and I'll show you why, guys. Again, here we can see that this paper is actually talking about XRP as well. Trust bridges and money flows, a digital marketplace to improve cross-border payments. Now, we all know that in March they will start using ISO 20022. It's a messaging system that will start being used, right? And here we can clearly see that they mention XRP in their document, crypto asset by Ripple. Now, what does that mean, guys? Here we can see that three models, a private sentiment asset and marketplace such as Ripple's XRP, which they talk about, guys, and mention as a means of improving cross-border payments. Now, this is not the first document. And as we approach to March, we are seeing more and more things towards adoption. Now, why is XRP unique? I'll show you guys. Because XRP is not unique, guys, because of just of the technology, right? It is not just about that. And all those who have been following this channel, they know what I'm about to say. It's about regulation. Why do you think the lawsuit fight is happening right now of all times? Across the board, you can see that adoption is happening right now, right? And they want you out of crypto before the mass adoption hits. They don't want all of the people invested in this new asset class while it's going to be adopted. More and more SEC corruption is coming out, meaning something big will happen soon to take the heat off them. Now, this is what I mean with a black swan event. Something needs to happen, guys. Everything aligns up with this great event that will soon happen. What it is, I cannot tell you. I do not know. But it's for sure that something big is about to happen, guys. Let's take a look at this video.
What's going on here? Now, you asked me, who are these players? Well, look, Gensler, the head of the SEC, is someone who was heavily involved in the Russia hoax. In fact, he was the guy who helped to finance the Russia hoax. He was the treasurer of the Clinton campaign back in 2016. We investigated all of this in 17 and 18. And look, we found out that he was the guy who made the payments to a law firm who then moved it on to Fusion GPS. I think all of your viewers know that story. Now, look, how can a guy who I investigated, who clearly funded a dossier to target Donald Trump owns True Social, as I think most people know, how can that guy be in charge of this? But look, just to go even deeper, if you want to know how deep this gets, it happens to be that Peter Strzok, who we also investigated, who was the FBI man in charge, who actually investigated the Russia hoax and helped to create the Russia hoax in many ways, and who was ultimately fired from the FBI, his wife also is one of the top people at the SEC. Now, look, we've asked simple questions. Why are these people involved? How can they possibly be unbiased at the SEC if they're people that we have had under investigation or related to people? In any normal world, you would recuse from this. Any lawyer involved, I mean, look at all the people that recuse themselves in typical business deals. This just happens to be what they're trying to do, is they're trying to take one of the fastest growing social media companies in history that we set out a year ago to build a company that didn't rely on any big tech companies, and we've done it, as you well know.
You can see again, guys, that Gary Gensler is getting a lot of heat, right? What will they do to take off this heat? They need something to happen so that people will again look the other way. That is just how it goes all the time, guys. And when this big event happens, this is when XRP is being adopted, right? Here we can see that proof of work doesn't work. It was never, guys, about technology. Because look at this clip. Look what he's saying.
You might still use proof of work.
Right. But I invite Ryan and Desiree, I don't know if you would like to comment on this as well. But Ryan, go ahead.
Proof of work doesn't work.
Proof of work doesn't work. It's been widely...
Ryan, proof of
All
work's
right,
been working
let me
for
finish.
centuries.
Proof of work doesn't work.
Let him finish, please.
And in the early days of Bitcoin, there was a whole group of developers that broke off to create other assets, XRP being one of them, that doesn't use mining, that's cheaper from an energy perspective than Visa, and already scales to 1,500 transactions a second. A lot of these problems have already been solved. The challenge for adoption comes back to policy. The policy uncertainty around some of the assets has limited adoption, particularly here in the US. And I'm speaking from Ripple and XRP because we use that asset because it's a half a cent per payment. It's basically free. It scales and it's efficient. It's 1,500 transactions a second at nearly no energy burn. So we're at a point today where there are real solutions to all of these challenges that already exist. Policy has become the challenge. And we heard on the first panel that around centralization on China, and this is going to be a hard pill for Peter to swallow. But 80% of the mining power for Bitcoin is controlled by 6 mining pools, 5 of which are in China. Today, the policy certainty in the US exists for Bitcoin and Ethereum, despite the fact those are China-controlled platforms. So activity goes to those platforms. What we need to do from a policy perspective in the US is look at the places where there are uncertainty. And one place, I'm speaking directly for me here, is XRP, where it looks like Bitcoin. It's decentralized, it's open source. We have 7% of the validation power on that, rather small in there. Grouping or giving clarity to those ones that are very similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum, that have the same characteristics and should be classified the same way. And then we're creating a level playing field across all the cryptos. I'm not anti-Bitcoin or anti-Ethereum by any means. I think there's a lot of great potential and breakthrough there. But we need to have a level playing field so the market can pick which ones they want to use and not be, as today they are, hindered by regulatory uncertainty.
See, guys, again, this is about regulation, right? And that's the thing. When XRP finally gets that regulatory clarity, things will change. Things will change drastically. That's the only thing that we have been waiting for. And of course, that's not a secret. But still, people think that this is all about technology. Listen, guys, there are technologies out there that are doing more transactions per second than XRP. It's that simple. There are better technologies than XRP. But it's not just about that. It's about the liquidity that it's providing, with Ripple as a back enterprise that it's backing up the whole crypto and promoting the whole crypto, which is a good thing, because if you don't have some kind of centralized authority, and they're not centralized over XRP, but they are an authority that kind of makes sure that XRP gets some kind of value, right? And that's important, guys. You cannot have something like Bitcoin is completely on its own, right? And you can see that it's very fragile because it's being controlled by a couple of miners, which is a very bad thing. Now here we can see the list of native digital tokens that have applied, passed, and issued a unique digital token identifier to be used in the new ISO 20022 messaging format is over 100. The entire list is downloadable. XRP is 724 on the list. I spied Hedera 456 among others. See, and again, XRP will not be the only one. What does this mean? Again, guys, this is a messaging system. This is going to improve the way we make payments, but just the messaging part, right? The liquidity part is still to be actually implemented. And that is where Ripple is thriving among other technologies, right? And of course, because it's also in this lawsuit, right? Just imagine this. Of all cryptos, they decided to sue Ripple. Think about that, guys. Think about that. The top 10, we have a top 10 in the crypto market. They decided to sue Ripple, XRP. What is the chance of that? And then we see all of these papers coming up. We are so close, guys, to the event, or to the thing that we have been waiting for a long time. Because XRP is going to be used, guys, and no one can stop that. Here we can see regarding to Japan and Ripple tweet, the article is talking about Everest works with Ripple and NTT on Hyperledger. Is it a web of connections or just speculations? Again, we know that Japan loves Ripple, right? SBI bank is from there. They have a huge amount of XRP, and they believe in XRP. There was this famous tweet that they said that XRP will be used by Japan. All of these things are connected, guys. All of them are connected, and we are soon to see a verdict and adoption, mass adoption. So do not get shaken out, guys, by the negative narrative. Again, I've been saying this for a while. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.